Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the launch party of Tex Nuggets 2.0. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of cringy dance moves from me today, so I hope everyone is also feeling the vibes. Thanks for coming along. We're so excited to take you through all the key changes through this new product launch and also have a bit of fun while we go through it. So for those who haven't seen me around before, I'm Vicky and I'll be your party host for today. So I'll go through the house rules while we're waiting for more people to rock up because with any good, decent house party, you just gotta leave the door open for everyone to rock up when they can. So, as usual, you can say hi in the chat. Same thing with any other Tex Nuggets Academy event. We've seen some familiar faces come through the door and on the registration list. So, hello, hello. And if you're a newbie, welcome as well. Great to have everyone here. So, firstly, if you have any questions, you can pop it in the Q&A box. We'll get through them all in due course today. You can banter with us and each other in the chat box. And most importantly, let us know what you think of the updates. So you can be honest, get all mates here. Don't worry, we won't get offended by whatever you say. And of course, have fun. So this time, unfortunately, we've had to all BYO our own snacks and drinks. I actually have some. I've actually made a decent dent into this pile of chicken nuggets with my beloved aioli. So unfortunately, I can't share it with you guys in person, but you get the spirit of it all. So maybe one day we'll have a real smorgasbord buffet of nuggets for everyone to pick at. Who knows? One day, anything can happen. All right, so on to what we are going to go through today in the party agenda. So first up, we're going to give you a little retrospective on the journey so far. So Joyce is going to rock out and give us that story, and then we'll highlight the key changes of 2.0 and also step through the website if you haven't already done so. So Nelson Lay is going to come out and do that for us. And we are going to have the Q&As all answered then, as well as some quizzes and giveaways, because I know a lot of people will just rock up for that. Not offended at the slightest. So we love some sweet, sweet merch here at Tex Nuggets. So you'll get your chance at the end of today's party. So welcoming Joyce. First up, she's going to be taking us through the origin story of Tex Nuggets Academy if you haven't already heard the story, and also what's motivated us to go to this journey and basically the road up till now. So for those who don't know Joyce, she's the founder and CEO of Tex Nuggets Academy, who's also known to post a decent song from time to time on topical events. Unfortunately, I don't think live singing is on the agenda today, but maybe one day when we have our in-person bash, there might be a karaoke off. Everyone, please give a warm round of applause to welcome Joyce today. Yay!
Hello, everyone. How's it going? I'm gonna go off script a little bit and say, oh my gosh, it's like so good that so many people are here. We were like, let's have a launch party, and I'm like, what if like no one turns up? And we're like, it's okay, it'll just be our own launch party. And we're like, we'll have it anyway if 5 people shows up, and we have way more than 5. So thank you so much for coming, everyone. So yeah, origin story, how it all began. In 2021, it began in Melbourne lockdown number 2. Remember, times were tough. We could only go 5 kilometers outside of our houses, and every time we went out, we had to wear a mask or we had to pretend we were jogging. So, yep, I was at the tax office at the time, with my little kid there. By the way, in that photo, you can see how useful the tax legislation is at propping up certain laptops. I thought I'd chuck it in there. Total coincidence. I didn't even realize that it was in there. But yeah, so I was at tax office and they basically said, Joyce, you have to stop posting your tax explainer videos on socials because, social media policy and all that. Public servants are not meant to have any online personalities. So, and I'm like, why not? Like, the world needs this, So I naturally did what any sane person would do in the middle of a pandemic, and I quit my job and I started Tex Nuggets Academy because, if accountants need to learn about tax, we might as well do it without slowly dying inside. So I buckled down, built a WordPress site, and, started putting all my videos up there. And then I was like, oh, this is pretty lonely. I think I might, start to build a team around me. And then came along, Vicky came along, first OG employee. And then, roped a few other instructors in. I can see a few of y'all online. Shout out to any instructors that are online. I see Lisa is already here. Shout out to Lisa. Thanks for coming. And so fast forward to today, we have 6,000 learners on our platform and over 60 instructors, daily live events, over 600 hours of content, and a 5-star Google rating. So TechSnuggets 2.0, we've built everything, almost everything on our own code base, which gives us the control to build exactly what you need a lot faster. So now we can move faster than the speed of tax law itself, and certainly much faster than the time it takes to pass the bloody instant asset write-off legislation. But how it all began and why I got into tax, a bit of a story here, but I never wanted to be an accountant. I was always been like an artist stuck in an accountant's body. So like I was in uni, I worked part-time as a graphic designer actually. And my boss said to me, Joyce, you got to go get an ABN. And, you know, first year uni, totally naive, first year in Australia, couldn't afford my own accountant. And so I did everything on my own. And the next thing I know it, I was paying $600 out of my own pocket for a mistake, a printing mistake that I made. And because apparently I'm a contractor, not an employee. And it wasn't until third year uni when I was studying tax law that I realized that that was all bullshit, right? And I was definitely an employee and I was taken advantage of. And so that's how I got into tax. Like, I really wanted to understand the rules so that I would never, ever be caught out like that ever again. And so, you see, accountants, especially y'all in public practice, you are the ones that keep things fair and you make sure that the right people pay the right amount of taxes. And this literally keeps society functioning because it pays for schools and hospitals and roads, and it funds all of our retirements. And Tax Nuggets exists to back that. We give you all the knowledge and the confidence to do your job well. And 2.0 is a foundation for us to continue to do that. Just, you know, with better tools and fewer bugs, and above all, a valid tax invoice. That's right, folks. We now have a proper GST line item in our invoice because we no longer have to rely on an overseas provider. Shout out to our founding engineer, Tom, if you're online, say hello. He had to learn a lot about the GST system, and he will probably still have nightmares about it for many, many years to come. So to the team, thank you for getting this over the line. We haven't set anything on fire yet. And to our customers, you know, thanks for sticking with us. You know, even though we didn't have a proper tax invoice for a few years, you know, thanks for setting all the feedback and the topic requests. And, you know, keep them coming. It's still a new platform, so there'll be little bugs here and there. And let us know if anything annoys you, no matter how small. Just send the feedback through. And we hope to keep serving you them nuggets for many, many years to come. Thank you so much. And back to you, Vicky.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Joyce, for that one. And James did say in the chat, woo, I asked about the tax invoices and I received. So that's the thing with nuggets. Ask and you shall hopefully receive. If not now, it will be in the product pipeline. Tom is on the grind. So introducing our next wonderful speaker, Nelson Lay, who is our account manager. Now, if you haven't met Nelson before, Nelson's a friendly face who looks after account management, product supportability, all that stuff. If you've ever reached out to us via the contact form, Nelson's actually the one who answers all your queries with a lot of patience and grace. A lot of the times I'm like, I'm glad these people have not gotten me as a customer support replier because I would have been a lot less nice. So everyone, please give a warm round of applause to welcome Nelson. Yay! Got a fan club too. So many hearts. Yay!
Hey, Nels.
Hello, everyone. I'm here to take you through the overview of the changes of the product. So the next couple of slides are just placeholders, but I'll take you through the actual live demo. So I'm going to speed through the next couple quite quickly. Okay, 2.0, no more confusing logins with your CPD. So one single sign-on. We've combined both your CPD and your content into one login. The second update is a single click event registration. So you can now log into your account, click one button and you're registered. No more name and email address. If you're registering for a program that has multiple series, it's just a couple of clicks of a button. Updating your team members is now self-service, so you can now add new team members, remove team members, increase your seats or decrease through self-service. CPD report enhancements. We've made some updates to personal CPD reports and team CPD reports, including an all-time date selector. Invoices in your inbox. So I think I saw a couple of comments already. We are now sending a PDF version of your invoice to your emails, which you can forward on to Dext or HubDoc or anything else that you need to, or somebody else to handle those invoices. As Joyce mentioned before, invoices. I think this will be my golden nugget for today. Invoices, invoices, invoices. We've always been GST registered, so you've always been able to claim GST on our invoices. But because of our overseas provider, we've gone 3 years without a GST line item. We've made that change. We've heard your feedback. Your receipt isn't an invoice. This is now an official invoice. So this is my golden nugget for today. And give me a few moments while I log in to the demo.
Yeah, I'm about to say only accountants will get so excited about finally being able to get a valid tax invoice, as I can see in the chat. You're like, woohoo! I too love a proper tax invoice. So, yep. Thanks, Tom, for that. Look at that beautiful GST line item. Yeah, a lot of struggle went into that to get that going. So, yeah, shout out to Tom. Tom Quirk is the one who's our lead engineer. So, everyone give him some applause too. All right, Nelson, take us to this website.
Wonderful. All right, welcome to 2.0 Nuggets Academy. If you haven't seen our new website, easy thing to do is to sign in here. For those who have received our email and logged in, you are now accessed into our new platform. If you haven't done so, you can also reset your password for the first time here. And I'm just going to sign in here. All right. The first tab is live events. So you've got your live events tab here. Upcoming live events, you can browse your topics and register with this single click. So I'm going to attend Mark Morris's event, single click, and I'm registered. If I go back, I can see any past events that I've attended. I've been naughty and I haven't attended any past events so far. But my future Zoom registration links are now under my events. So if you need to find that link, simply log in, click into the topic and, sorry, this one here, and join Zoom webinar. That will open up in a new tab and you can join from there. Big update with live events there. Moving on to the videos tab. Okay, so we have enhanced the search function here. So I have been searching up Div 7a because I need to keep up to date with that. And boom, here is Div 7a topics that you can browse. For our programs, we've got a programs tab here that you can go through. Oh, just got to clear that one there. Back to videos and programs. GST Basics program is probably one to look out for, or the Zero to Mini Hero program. Simply click into that to view the program and the series there. What else can I show you? Oh, and the last one, categories. If you wanted something on ethics, for example, you can go back into this section here and select ethics. To play a video, for example, now we've made some updates to the video player, just minor ones. Just wanted to point out the resources tab here. Previously, it was like this tiny icon that you couldn't see. We've now made it into a nice tab for you to download, and you can skip to the chapterings for the videos there. Okay, taking a breath. My CPD, I haven't logged out to log back into a new system. It's still the same login here. I've clicked my CPD and I have clocked 3 hours and almost 50 minutes on my CPD report. One update there, we've got an all-time selector, which was a big request for anybody going through an audit right now. You can change the date selector there and export to CSV if you would like. Changing gears now, I'm going to talk about the Teams update. So for anyone on a Teams plan, as mentioned earlier on, You can actually increase your seats or decrease and self-service that. And you can also add, delete, and send invitations through your screen here. Sticking with the Teams area, you've got your Team CPD, which is a new tab in your settings. Same thing here, we've included an all times filter and a nice flashy dashboard just so that you can keep track of your team in a snapshot. Moving on to the Users tab, this is where you'd go for total CPD per user. Congrats, Joyce, there. You've clocked a lot of hours. Justine's probably going to beat you soon, so watch out. And if you have asked someone to watch a video, check out the Activity tab. So we've included a search bar here, monthly, M-O-N, monthly, I keep typing monthly, but monthly text updates as a topic will bring up anybody who has watched that video and the export button for any reporting. That is a quick overview of the 2.0 systems. Back to you, Vicky.
Cool. Thank you very much, Nelson. I'm just going to bring the slides back. Awesome. Yay. So hopefully everyone was paying attention during Nelson's walkthrough, because first of the party games I hear it was just a quiz because we try to keep it simple, so nothing too crazy. So it's been a lot of work behind the scenes, but hopefully people have went in and had a click around. Now, just as a reminder for what's at stake with these party games, I'm sure a lot of people are already familiar with our cool custom mug. I think this is what we just sling out all the time, which has FFS. If you don't know what that means, you can ask Urban Dictionary or Google or ChatGPT, whatever people use these days. Just deduct it and your name, which is custom. Yay! See Nelson showing his one. So he's got Nelson. Joyce, I think, has one as well. This is Joyce. I ironically don't have one of all the team members. I've just got my big B mug, which contains not alcoholic content inside today. So yeah, mug says OFFS, just deduct it, have your name, or if you've already got one and you don't want to be a hoarder, you can give it to someone else and they can have their name on instead if you wish to be super generous. All right, are we ready for the question? So it'll be first person who answers correctly in the chat box. So get your fingers on the keyboard and get ready, because the first question is, drum roll. Boom. What button do you need to click to locate your CPD reports? Go in the chat.
First one in the... Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
What?
We got a right answer.
We got it.
Be specific. Yep.
All right. The answer is my CPD.
Yay.
So I think
Nerds
we've got a
is Wayne.
winner. Have we got a winner?
We do
I did see it
indeed.
up. It was Pauline. Correct me if
Yeah,
I'm wrong.
Pauline. And actually
Yeah.
Sasha, who's one of our instructors. Well, yeah, we'll get you a mug anyway, Sasha.
Yay!
Well done. There'll be a second chance coming up, so all good if you missed out the first time. I think, yeah, that one will also be quite specific, I think. Nelson, do you want to say the thing about team managers, just to clarify as
Yes,
well?
I did take you through the team manager section there. So that is only available for teams or organizations. Bit of a trick question there. I can just see CPD, which would need a little bit more than that.
You would have gotten flamed in our the live event feedback polls, Nelson, for that non-specific Slido question. All right, so we're kind of over the first party game. So well done to Pauline. We'll be in touch just to organize that mug for you. Sasha will get you one as well. So good job, everyone, for playing. On to some Q&A. If anyone has any questions, feel free to pop in Q&A box, chat box. I haven't seen anyone ask.
I think this is not a question, but a request from Nicole. I want a mug. So take that on board, Nicole.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We've got a question from Jack. Sorry, I had to scroll up a bit to see the question. So the only weird boomer bit of your platform, last I looked, is that the logins are confusing. By that, I mean, I have a login for our organization under like hello@Jack email, as well as a login for the user. And I sometimes forget which one is which and what the passwords are. Well, it seems a bit clunky when that all seems to be clunky when I should just log in as Jack and have all the admin rights and invite whatever other users. Wouldn't that be easier? Wouldn't that be easier?
Well, I think I might take that one away. It technically is easier for brand new teams. Unfortunately, for our existing 320 teams, we've just had to make a migration supportability. So we're still continuing with your Hello login. But if you send me a request through hello@nuggets.academy, we can make that update for you. So if you want to log in as Jack, we can remove that admin account. That was only required for our previous platform. We're no longer on that. So yeah, reach out and we'll get that sorted for you.
Yeah, so TLDR Jack, we now have the capability to do that. So you can log in as Jack and get the admin rights. You can be team manager, you can be billing person. You can also watch videos all under Jack if that's what you want. So yeah, if anyone else has that same issue, reach out to hello@nuggets.academy and Nelson will be very happy to help you out with all of that because that was one of our personal gripes as well. But we're so happy that we don't have to do that anymore. We have another question from GL. I hope that doesn't stand for General Ledger, but if it does, good on you. Do we have a button to mark a video as watched or something to show on the side of the video that it is watched?
No, at this stage we
Not at the
don't
moment.
have that just yet. But Tom, are you paying attention? So we'll check that into our product roadmap.
Yes. There'll be lots of enhancements coming through over time, but we thought we'd roll out the biggest ones and the most beneficial and impactful ones now. Yay!
And you can always check your CPD report whether you have watched something already or not. But you know,
Yeah. And
always
can I
good
just
to
say,
refresh.
the CPD is also instant. So if you've watched like 2 seconds of a video and then you go to your little by CPD area and it's right there. Instant. Don't need to wait 24 hours for your CPD to be reflected. So it tracks very nicely. Nicole's got a question. Where can we buy Nelson's top? It's very snazzy, isn't it?
I don't share that secret. I'm sorry, Nicole.
No wardrobe spilling secrets.
And I see Wayne has asked a question twice already. It's like, how do I get a mug without being a nerd?
Well, maybe with our next party game.
Yeah, maybe. So Wayne, make sure you are paying attention.
Bribe Nelson.
Oh, you can bribe Nelson. Yeah.
We do have one more quiz after this. So get on that one.
Okay, well, if there are any more questions, I guess feel free to just keep asking them. We've got a little bit more time left at the end of session. Otherwise, if you do think of a question later, you can always email us as well, and we'll be happy to answer it. All right. Party game number 2. This one is a bit more subtle, I hope. But all right, so same thing. First in the chat, we'll get the mug. If there are several, we might be a bit generous. So here we go. Fingers on the keyboard. Drum roll, please. The question is... What's it not moving? Oh, what is the secret phrase? Oh no! No one's put it in the chat. Brother!
And we practiced that so many times too.
Yeah, we feel like
so it looks like nobody wins because everybody wins. So anyway, I'm gonna pick the winner there, and like we said, those that ask will get, and I'm gonna give it to Wayne Locke as the winner. And Wayne has been a very long time subscriber as well. So
I reckon we got to give one to Cameron anyway for like actually putting in the right answer in the chat box as well. It was pretty fast at typing it out. Sorry, Jackie, we're trying to be specific. Golden Nugget, not exactly right. This needs to be a promo code. Yeah, I reckon like next time we do a big launch, we should have like little goodie bags or like some kind of party favor or something like that. That isn't like these nuggets sitting next to me. All right, I think that brings us to the end of most of it, but I just wanted to ask everyone, what was your favorite feature update? You can let us know in the chat box. I'm keen to know which of the ones we talked about that people pick, because there were a lot of useful ones. I'll give it a start. So my favorite feature is actually the single-click event registration. No more Zoom registration page struggles. And I would hear all the complaints about like, oh no, like I didn't get the link. And also how convenient it is having that joining link on the website. So you're not like, oh, I didn't get the Zoom joining link while it's actually there. Or your email inbox has trapped it in the spam filter or something. Now,
Or typing your email wrongly. That's the one we always
oh my
get.
gosh. I'm sure Nelson is so glad to not have to do that anymore. All right, let's see what other people said.
Single login. Single login is definitely, yep.
Mind. Yeah.
That is huge for us, and that is the reason why we had to create our own platform, right? Because we were relying on a third party video streaming, which did not have CPD capabilities. And so we had to create a CPD on the side, and they were two separate. And then now it's all on our own code base. So yeah, that's a big effort just to get you that. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy that. My favorite is just the real-time CPD reporting, because I like instant gratification. It's like, I've watched it and I want to check if I've watched it, like how much CPD have I gained? And you can see it straight away, which is great.
Yeah, Nelson, what about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna be a nerd. GST invoice receipt. Oh my goodness, that confused me when I first started only a couple of months ago. I'm like, is this an actual invoice? Where's the receipt? Like, it says receipt, but GST, no GST. Biggs, that is my favorite.
And how many requests we get to say, can you email the invoice to me, please? Like we get probably one every couple of days. Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah, funnily enough, Wayne was like, I'm not a nerd, so we'll say invoicing. So we'll go with the event registration. Of course, that is also super handy. Other people have said Team CPD, so very good. I think team managers also being able to self-service, that is incredible. Also, Nelson doesn't have to deal with that as well in the back end, so again, he must be very grateful. Yeah, there's a lot of suggestions as well in the chat, which we will definitely take on board and add to our product roadmap, especially for like single click programs. At least, you don't have to type in your email 12 times for Zero to Mini Hero next year. You can just click a few times. So amazing. All right. I think that's it. We've got no more questions. So yeah, time to wrap up the party. Even though I've still got my nuggets, I'm going to scoff these as soon as we finish the webinar. So we hope you had a great time today. And most important thing is, of course, go onto the platform and give it a spin, click around, do some stuff, try to break it. Hopefully it doesn't break, but let us know if it does. If you haven't already done so, you got to reset your password to get onto the new platform, because previously it was like all these different systems, which we've now gotten rid of and created a new one. So gotta reset your password. If you didn't get the email that was sent out on Monday, you just go to the website and click forgot password and just reset it that way. If you are having trouble otherwise, feel free to email us, hello@nuggets.academy. Yay, and someone, aka probably Nelson, will get back to you as soon as possible to help you fix up anything. And of course, this is a product launch. This is probably the biggest one that we've had since I joined, which was 3.5 years ago-ish, which is
wow.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, feeling old. Jack was like, feeling old on purpose. I'm involuntarily feeling old. So we'd love to hear your feedback, both good and not so good, so that we can, fix things up, make things even better for everyone, and of course, deliver more golden nuggets. We always appreciate your time and feedback. I know that people see me in the events and they give feedback in the live event polls. We read everything, so don't think that we take your time and honesty for granted. So a heartfelt thank you for supporting Tex Nuggets and for coming along today. Hope you did have fun. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, Joyce. Thanks, Nelson. Thanks, everyone. See ya.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.